Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Season 2, Week 44 of the DC Sports Digest. We have a big trade to talk about as well as a big retirement and much more. So without further ado, let's just get started. Starting with the Nats, they split the first Phillies series, but they actually did win the Mets series and the first game of the next Phillies series. So actually a pretty good week, but we still do have a 53-75 record. Wanted to shout out Cade Cavalli, also Shinosuke Gasawara from last week. They both got their first wins, and Cavalli threw 7 shutout innings, beat the Phillies. Mitchell Parker had a pretty bad game in a loss. And recently, last night, Dale Lau had a really good game. His late game heroics gave the Nats a 5-4 victory versus the Phillies yet again. Always great to beat our division rivals. Couple roster updates. Jose Tenos moved to AAA. Chaparro was called up. We claimed Julian Fernandez off waivers. He's at AAA. And Nathaniel Lowe, who I talked about being DFA last week, he just signed with the Red Sox. Actually already is doing pretty well there, so good luck to him. Hope he can do well with them and the Red Sox. Also, exciting news, our first pick, Eli Willis, made his pro debut at Low A Frederick this week. Got 2 RBI and 3 hits, so a really good start. A couple other draft picks have already debuted in the minors, so that's already great to see. So actually a pretty good week for the Nats. Coming up, we had the Phillies series finishing, then we had the Yankees series, and then the start of the Rays series. That's all I have for the Nats. On to the Wizards, we had some really sad news as John Wall officially retired. Obviously, he was not really the same player since he left the Wizards. Only played like 74 games after he left us. And obviously, it's pretty much done. But now it's official. Really special player to me. You can see over there is a autographed picture of him. I have this bobblehead. I have another photo with him. So just a really special player to DC and to Washington and to me. So best of luck on retirement, John Wall. And he's actually working with Amazon Prime as an analyst now. So good luck in your new role. That's all I have for the Wizards. On the Commanders, they lost the second game of the preseason versus the Bengals 31-17. Obviously 0-2 record, but things looked a little better this time. Jane Daniels in the first team offense impressed. 4-play touchdown drive, started with the jet sweep to Debo, went 20 yards. Chris Rodriguez got a 40-yard run. And then after a short run, we had Jaden Daniels running for a touchdown. I think everyone took a sigh of relief once he got in. But like he said, he's his words, I wanted to score. So he scored. Looked really good. We also had Bill, Corey Krosky-Merritt, who wants to be known as Bill. He got his first touchdown. It's looking really good. I'll touch more on that very soon. And the defense actually looked pretty good versus Joe Burrow, generating a lot of pressure. Burrow actually got like three drives in, which was really surprising. The Bengals were not very smart in queuing him in, especially after Jamar Chase and T. Higgins sat down after like a drive. But it was good to see our defense looking good. Guys like Jacob Martin looked really good. Javon Kinlaw, so really good to see. But the backups continue to disappoint. Not that the QB3 matters, but none of them are great. We'll see more of Sam Hartman and Josh Johnson today. But that's okay. We're not going to worry about the third quarterback that much. The backups disappointed, and we lost 31-17. We also signed O-lineman George Fant and Nick Harris. There definitely is a chance to make the roster as depth guys. I could definitely see Nick Harris replacing Michael Dieter as the backup center. So that is a pretty important position. That'll be an interesting battle to look at. George Fant, also pretty athletic offensive lineman, could be a good depth piece. We released Julian Good-Jones. And then the big move from this week is we traded Brian Robinson to the 49ers for a 6th-round pick. I'm not exactly sure how it got out. I think the Adam Peters and the Commanders were just speculating and discussing whether to trade him or not. Somehow that news got out. B-Rob was, for good reason, upset, and they kind of agreed, let's just move you, and we're not going to have a disgruntled player in our locker room. So I think we definitely could have kept him. They kind of did him dirty, I have to say. But getting a 6th-round pick for him is really solid, especially considering a guy like Joe Mixon last year. He was traded for a 7th-round pick. So to get a 6th-round pick for Brian Robinson is really good. There's obviously a little bit more need now, closer to the season, and less options available. But it's really unfortunate we had to trade him, and they kind of did him dirty, but it's still a solid move. I like Bill a lot. He's going to look really good. Chris Rodriguez is going to get more chances. He's been good in his limited chances. I think he'll be really good. And also, we still have Austin Eckler, who's not going to be every down back, but he's still going to be a big factor on this offense. So I think we will be able to make up for what B-Rob has done. It's definitely some room to fill in that running back room, but I think we can do it. But I still feel bad for B-Rob and thank him for everything because they kind of did do him dirty. That's just my opinion, but I think it will work out okay for the Commanders. Also wanted to mention the top 100 list that's been going on throughout the offseason, but after Jane Daniels, they announced Jane Daniels. That's going to be the rest of the Commanders. So we have Larry Tunsil at 86, Bobby Wagner 74, Frankie Louv was 70, Terry McLaurin at 52, and Jane Daniels at 21. So that is really great to see. I thought Jane could have been a little higher, but I wouldn't put him more than like 15. So 21 is still really solid, especially for a rookie. And it's great to have like 5 people on here. Like we are lucky to get one. Maybe we had like Trent Williams a while ago, but we usually don't get people on here. So it's great to see us get a lot more players on here. Hopefully more in the future. In like a half hour, our final preseason game versus the Ravens today will be going on. Coming up today. We'll watch out for see all the backups and guys trying to make the roster. And with that, coming up this week, I think on Tuesday is the roster cut down where we'll go down to 53 and then basically 70 with the 16 or 17 person practice squad. And yeah, that's all I have for the Commanders. I'll let you know if I get any more Terry updates, but not too much at the moment. Hopefully very soon. But yeah, that's all I have for the Commanders. On to other DC sports news, DC United got a tie with Montreal. Their next game is today versus Miami. Washington Spirit beat Alianza 7-0. They must not be as good of a team, Alianza, in the CONCACAF Women's Champions Cup, the first group match. They have a regular game today against Bay FC. Mystics beat the Sparks but lost to the Sun twice. And Sonia Citron broke the Mystics rookie points record, so congrats to her. See if she can make a Rookie of the Year push. That would be great to see. And then this week we have games against the Aces, Storm, and Liberty. Weekly awards I'm giving for last night's game for the Nats, beating the Phillies 5-4. Just a really scrappy game. The scrappy Nats came back and continue a little win streak that we have right now. My play of the week's Dalen Lyle. He was 2 of 2 with an RBI in the win versus the Phillies that I just talked about above. So that was great to see. And my team of the week is actually Nationals. The Nationals have looked a little better this week with a 4-2 record. That's all I have for this week, so thank you guys for watching. Check out the Instagram, and make sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye.